Every year, facility managers pour thousands of dollars into maintenance budgets, only to watch their office assets degrade faster than they should. The root cause usually comes down to a single management error, treating two completely different operational systems as if they do the same job. A workspace might look tidy on the surface at the end of the day, but underneath, microscopic debris, allergens, and grit are being steadily pounded into the carpet fibers and circulated through the air. Many managers assume deep cleaning is essentially regular cleaning, performed at a slower, more deliberate pace. Because of this, they underestimate the hidden structural wear happening right under their feet. The two physical components that take the heaviest hit from this oversight are commercial-grade carpeting and complex HVAC systems. Both act like giant filters, trapping the abrasive material that surface-level wiping leaves behind. When you fail to distinguish between daily maintenance and a systemic reset, you allow a professional appearance to mask active asset decay. This eventually leads to a premature and expensive replacement cycle for your flooring and fixtures. To evaluate your maintenance strategy, we first have to separate the two systems, starting with regular cleaning. This is your daily or weekly routine. It focuses strictly on visible surfaces, high traffic paths, and immediate rubbish removal. Operationally, this requires about 2 to 4 hours of labor per visit for a medium-sized office. Cleaners deploy standard equipment, basic vacuums, string mops, and microfiber cloths. The sole objective here is to prevent loose dirt from accumulating to a problematic level. It keeps the space presentable and ensures the environment looks professional for clients walking through the door. Regular cleaning secures your immediate operational baseline. But the trade-off is clear. To get the job done in a few hours, this system intentionally ignores the microbial and allergen buildup accumulating in the hidden sublayers. That brings us to the second system, deep cleaning. This is an intensive, periodic intervention engineered specifically to target the accumulated grime and contaminants that daily routines are designed to bypass. The inputs required here are drastically different. A deep clean demands 8 to 16 hours of specialized labor. The teams use heavy extraction equipment, chemical degreasers, and professional-grade pressure tools. Look closely at this cross-section of standard commercial carpet. While a regular vacuum removes the surface dirt at the very top, dense particles like dust mites and allergens stubbornly remain trapped down at the subfloor. Depth in cleaning means physically reaching that bottom layer. Executing this level of extraction requires a significantly higher upfront capital investment and time commitment. However, it functions as a mandatory reset, halting the hidden decay that destroys physical assets from the inside out. To prove why you cannot swap one system for the other, let's run a direct mechanical and financial comparison between the two over a standard annual cycle. This matrix contrasts the two approaches. On the left, regular maintenance relies on high frequency to handle superficial coverage, keeping the per-visit cost low. On the right, a systemic reset requires total environmental saturation, meaning it happens at a low frequency but at a high cost per visit. The required time investment reflects this difference. Regular maintenance caps out at 2 to 4 hours for a medium-sized office. Achieving total saturation takes 6 to 16 hours or more. The equipment loadout scales accordingly. You move from basic microfiber cloths and mops on the left to industrial carpet extractors and high-pressure steam units on the right. The cost paradox here is that the systemic reset looks expensive up front, but when evaluated by total area covered over time, the annual value amortization makes it highly cost-effective. It directly delays the replacement timeline of your flooring and fixtures. Maximum facility ROI relies on this exact combination. Deploy regular cleaning to prevent immediate visible problems, and you schedule deep cleaning to periodically restore the baseline to near original condition. When management tries to skip that periodic restoration, the degradation concentrates in specific physical zones across the office that regular cleaning intentionally ignores. The highest risk areas are overhead, HVAC vent filters, the tops of ceiling fan blades, and internal light fixtures gather thick layers of particulate matter over months of continuous operation. Every time the climate control kicks on, that accumulated debris is pumped directly back into the office airspace. Down at ground level, secondary neglected zones include baseboards, skirting, porous grout lines, and the dead space behind heavy cabinetry. The biological consequence of leaving these zones untouched is severe. Trapped dust, Seasonal pollen and hidden mildew build up until they reach critical mass, triggering widespread respiratory irritation and seasonal allergies among your staff. Poor indoor air quality directly suppresses workforce productivity. When employees struggle with minor respiratory issues, their focus drops and daily output slows down. Saving on weekly cleaning by ignoring these zones comes at the cost of air quality. The resulting uptick in staff respiratory issues and sick days creates a direct, avoidable drag on the office's daily operational performance. We also need to acknowledge the practical friction of running a systemic reset. Ripping up months of trapped grime across every surface of your office is highly disruptive to normal operations. To mitigate this, standard industry practice dictates scheduling these intensive overhauls strictly during your lowest traffic periods. Usually, this means running the operation on a Friday evening or very early Monday morning. Implementing this process requires proactive internal management. You must mandate that staff clear their desks, secure sensitive physical documents, and shift minor obstacles well before the extraction team arrives. The trade-off for a cleaner, healthier facility is the logistical reality of planning. A true environmental reset absolutely requires advanced scheduling and precise internal coordination. So, exactly how often do you need to endure that logistical friction? There is no universal schedule. Your required frequency is dictated by your daily foot traffic, your floor layout, and your industry's specific compliance rules. We can map out your exact needs using this decision tree framework, evaluating both your traffic levels and your facility type. For a standard corporate office with low foot traffic and minimal material wear, the baseline requirement is an annual or semi-annual intervention. If your space handles medium to high traffic or features dense carpeting that rapidly traps allergens, that requirement escalates. You need a full extraction on a quarterly or bi-monthly basis. For medical centers or health facilities bound by strict infection control and regulatory hygiene rules, the maximum requirement triggers automatically. Those environments demand a rigorous, strictly monthly schedule. There is one major exception that overrides all regular schedules: any post-renovation scenario. Heavy construction dust is highly abrasive and requires an immediate out-of-cycle intervention before operations resume. By strictly matching your extraction frequency to your facility's specific environmental stress load, you avoid dangerous undermaintenance while ensuring you never waste budget on overservicing. Regular tidying and deep cleaning are not alternative options. They are interlocking tiers of a single, functional facility management strategy. Think of your office like fleet vehicle maintenance. Routine oil changes keep the engine running smoothly day to day, while periodic, major servicing is what actually prevents catastrophic failure out on the road. Allocating resources for periodic deep cleans is a strategic decision to extend the life of high-value assets. It creates a stable, healthy environment that protects both the physical building and the long-term productivity of the team.